All right. And we are live. Well, once again, good afternoon, everybody. This afternoon will be a bit different. And it comes actually from a place of acceptance. As many of you may know, if not, basically, I'm going to tell you now that my colleague, one of them decided to choose a different path, and he doesn't want to be any longer, or at least for now, part of the company and this journey with us, what I Am Mindfulness is going through. And I kind of feel like that these are those true moments that truly tests our practice of mindfulness, right? Because I can feel very upset about it, and I can just really like dwell on it and make myself feel miserable. But the truth is, what I learned over the years is that every person, everything, anything that we have in our lives has an expiry date. I call it as an expiry date. And sometimes the expiry date of these people are, stay with us for months or years. Sometimes our people in our lives, or the relationships, friendships, colleagues, last for decades. Sometimes, a relationship can last for a lifetime. But every person and every thing in our lives has an expiry date. So for me, this colleague of mine leaving the company was something that is, brought change to this journey. And in the same time, we want to make sure that we're accepting their journeys as well, and we don't force them to be part of our lives. Now, today, I would like to take a moment and truly feel gratitude for all the times that I shared with this colleague of mine at I'm Mindfulness Institute, because he really helped me to create many things. And he was a big part of the setup process of I'm Mindfulness and making it happen. Making things happen as they are happening right now. So, of course, because he's leaving, I feel a mix of emotions. I feel some sadness. I feel a little bit of like confusion because, okay, what I'm going to do, without him. And of course, like I'm thinking about all the great times that we had, all the help that he has given me over this period. So, but my process when it comes to dealing with any kind of situation like this is that when I notice that, okay, something has happened, something has changed, right? Instead of dwelling upon and going deep into it, I say to myself, okay, today, which is Monday, I'm going to allow myself to feel whatever I'm supposed to feel. Maybe it's a little bit of like self-pity. Maybe it's just like, okay, as I said, like confusion and sadness and what's not. I'm allowing myself to feel all of that, because mindfulness is, once again, it's not about to actually make us feel happy all the time, but it's allowing us to feel whatever we are feeling at that moment and accepting it. And through that letting go part just automatically happens. So today, I consciously set up today as a day where I'm feeling all the emotions and I'm okay with that. And from tomorrow, I'm going to be back on track and keep going and keep working on the business. Because once again, it's very, very important when we deal with challenges is that we set a timeline for ourselves, allowing us to feel those emotions that we need to work through. And sometimes it's not a day. Sometimes if it's a bigger thing, you might need 3 days or 4 days. The important thing is that we remember it has to be a set amount of time, and then we can move on and work through things in ourselves slowly. And so now I would like you to practice a little bit of mindfulness with me, and I really need that today. I'll be honest with you, we had a session earlier today as well, and that was also very, very healing. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just look at the tip of your nose and take a deep breath in. And allow it just to leave your body, how fast or how slow that breath wants to leave your body. And as you keep breathing and keep focusing on your breath, I want to invite you to think of a relationship or a situation that changed for you unexpectedly. And just really feel whatever emotions arises. And maybe it was a big change, maybe it was a small change. Or maybe there is no change happened for you, but maybe you are feeling anxiety or fear around the situation that's happening to you in the last few days, in the last few weeks, and you just want, once again, make space for that and allow those feelings to surface. Really just noticing those feelings and accepting them. We don't have to really make any changes to any of those emotions. Once again, mindfulness is really teaching us to simply accept the reality. That's right. And then I want you to keep breathing and keep observing each incoming, each outgoing breath. And maybe you notice that you are breathing quite slow and deep, or maybe you are noticing that you are breathing shallow in your chest instead of in your diaphragm. But because we're practicing mindful breathing right now, which is once again about acceptance, it is not about making changes even to your breathing, but with unconditional love, we are accepting whatever is going on, even if we breathe in a shallow way, because we know the only thing that is stable and never changes in our lives is change itself. That's the only thing that's stable in our lives, change itself. So I'm going to invite you to keep focusing only on your breathing. And you might notice that simply by focusing on your breathing, something is changing for you. Maybe your breathing is becoming slower. Maybe it's becoming deeper. Maybe it's still staying the same. Whatever is going on for you, it's okay. And I love reminding all my students, and I love reminding myself of the mantra is everything is working out for me. That's a beautiful mantra that you can take to your daily lives and keep saying it to yourself. Whenever something happens that makes you fearful, makes you anxious, or like for me today, my colleague is leaving and it makes me feel sad. I'm very grateful that he was in my life and be part of my journey building the company. In the same time, I'm still confused because he, resigned this morning, and I need to work through those feelings. But the mantra I'm going to keep reminding myself, and you can keep reminding yourself, is everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. And as you say these words for yourself, once again, if your eyes are not closed, I will invite you to close them again, or just look at the tip of your nose and watch your breathing without making any changes. Right now, we're not practicing pranayama, controlled breathing. We're simply practicing mindful breathing, which is just observing the reality of the breath. And as you say to yourself, everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Feel the changes in your breathing. Feel that maybe something is opening up. Something feels different. And one of the very cool, very quick techniques I teach people in classes is, if they feel fearful or any kind of what we call negative emotions, and if you want to change it quickly, is to start focusing on your breathing. Then I'm going to invite you to actually, I think it's not a very hard thing that you will need to do. It's actually pretty simple. So I think it's called smiling, okay? And all you need to do is to lift the corners of your lips towards your eyes, like this. And even if you are faking it, the good news is that research shows the same hormones, the same chemicals going to be released in your body if you're faking it when you are doing it for real. So look, if you want to fake it, fake it. It doesn't matter. It's going to make you feel anyway. So keep repeating the mantra. And the mantra is, once again, remember, everything is working out for me. You can just either say it out loud or just repeat it in your mind's eyes with a smile on your face. And then the next step from here, we're actually going to open up our arms. And if you're brave enough, you're going to open up your legs as well, nice and wide, and look up the ceiling or look up the sky, wherever you are. Keep smiling. Keep thinking about everything is working out for me. You can even close your eyes and just really feel however you feel as you are saying with a smile on your face. And you can even think of the hardness of the things that made you fearful or anxious. And think about that for a moment as you are still repeating, everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. And then you're welcome to come back and sit down again. But what I want you to notice is what was that has changed for you in this last 30 seconds. And I promise you, if you do this even longer, like usually when I teach at conferences or various classes or courses, and we do this exercise, I don't do it longer than like a couple of minutes. And people straight away say to me that, you know what, actually, already just looking up, opening my arms, putting a smile on my face, and thinking about the things that used to make me so anxious or fearful, they don't seem as hard or as daunting as they used to. Like I can, make them work because everything is working out for me. So this is a little tip from me to you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please put a thumb up or a heart if you are on Instagram, and like it, share it, because at Mindfulness, we have a goal, and our goal is to help 30,000 souls changing their minds and hearts in the next 3 months. And your share, your contribution would be a big part of that. And I will be coming back tomorrow for another session, so tune in. And if you have any kind of questions about mindfulness, mental health, or anxiety, sleep-related things, just know that I'm here, we are here to help you on this journey. So have a wonderful rest of the night or morning, depending where you are. In Florida, it is actually nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So have a good one, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.